Hi everybody, thanks for tuning back into Crypto Mainly. My name's Lee. 304 subscribers now, guys. Every day I look at this, seems to sort of trickle up one or two each time I look at it, each time I do a video. So thanks ever so much, guys. Really appreciate you liking and subscribing. Do turn on the bell for notifications. I will be doing live streams at some point in the future, so that will be something which will be, if I see something changing quickly in the market, it'll be a good way to get information out quickly to you. So do turn on the bell. So like, subscribe, switch on the bell, guys. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks ever so much. A new YouTube channel, guys, so please don't be put off by the number of subscribers there. Hopefully at some point in the future that'll have a K after the end of that 304, and I look forward to that. But at the moment it's quite a nice intimate group where we can sort of communicate. If you put some comments in the comments below, I can look at them and answer them and things, whereas obviously as it gets busier that's going to be a little bit more difficult. But please look in the link in the description below. You will see that there's a link to the free Telegram group. It's a public Telegram group. There's about 160, 180 subscribers in there. All very intelligent people. There's no scam bots and all that crap that you usually find in Telegram groups. That gets eliminated very quickly. It's just a nice bunch of guys and girls in there that really are, an intelligent bunch of people that actually share their own trade setups and ideas and things. So it's, a couple of hundred people all watching the markets and all sharing their ideas and things. So it is a nice community that's building there. So do, think about coming. Links in the description below. The public Telegram group is a free group. I do offer a VIP group as well if you're interested, and to access that, if you pop over to OpenSea, follow the link there, you'll see that I've got NFTs for sale. Please be careful, guys, to verify that this is my account, and you do that by looking at the I'm the owner of cryptomainly.eth. Okay, so you can see my wallet address here is cryptomainly.eth. That if you purchase an NFT, that does entitle you to 6 months free access to the group at the moment. Or alternatively, if you prefer to subscribe, it's $100 per month. Let's just jump straight into the content. So this is the trade that we've got set up. So you remember from the video yesterday, I did say that I thought that what was going to happen is it's going to roll over from here. It is looking like it's doing that at the moment. And let me just grab my highlighter on there so I can show you what I'm talking about. There we go. Okay, so we were looking, the prices were up here yesterday, and I was quite surprised to see that we were breaking back above, this key, particularly that dotted green line there, which was a key sort of daily resistance level, and we popped back above it. But as I said, I do think that the price was going to roll over. Sure enough, did find a little bit of support on this long-standing, sorry, not long-standing, but this support where, when this was a rising channel, we kept getting these breakdowns, and then we got pumped straight afterwards, and a breakdown, and then a pump, and then a breakdown, then a pump. And I wondered if we were going to get a similar thing here yesterday. We got the breakdown from the first support, which was the main support line, as you can see all the way up there. We got the breakdown, we were finding some support, and I wondered if we were going to get another pump, but sure enough, we've rolled over. And now that we have rolled over, this is looking, from a technical point of view, you can see that there's a neckline here. Okay, you've got a topping pattern here that I've marked with highs here and lower highs here. We've broken down below, and now we're getting a retest of that neckline. And I, from a TA point of view, we should get continuation lower from here, in fact. My price objective there is a little conservative there. If we look at this topping pattern and we use it, going back to TA again, if you use it, the measure of this move would be from the peak high there down to the neckline, of that topping pattern, and if we, in fact, it's a little bit lower than that, down to the wick low in actual fact. So wick high to wick low here. So that's the measure. Produce the measure there, and the measure is actually back down to the lows of this support line, and looking like we're going to get close back down to the the actual lows of this range again. I'm quite happy with this trade as it's set up now. We entered this trade obviously when the price was here in the trading group, and I've moved my stop now to break even. So the one thing to be aware of, guys, is there's a weekly close today, obviously. And although this is looking like it's a clear, retest, which is going to roll over, there's every chance that we may get a weekly close, a pump come from nowhere, just to pump us back up above. You will notice as well, guys, that orange line there at 22,710. 22,710 is the weekly 200 SMA level, and you will notice that we've come up. We came up, we bounced, we broke through, and now we've come back down. Now we're actually rejecting off the underside of that, so it's not that's not a good sign. What we want to see, in actual fact, is for the price to actually close above the 200 SMA this week. And what with us being so close to it, just be aware that we might get a pump up into the weekly close this week, and hence my stop is at break even. So if that does happen, if the trade rolls over and comes down successful, great. If it doesn't, we get the pump, then this trade is going to be closed at break even. So it's not going to have cost me any profit or loss on this particular trade. I have been posting this trade regularly in the group to provide updates for anybody that's following it in the group. And I do know that some of my group members actually took some profit down here when they saw that things start to break out bullish again. So I know that some of my group members actually took some profits here, which is a nice trade to have. I mean, if you took profits there, risk reward was still 1.5. So they would have still had a nice successful trade there. But yeah, I'm holding out. I've got my stop to break even, and I'm holding out to see where this goes. So just looking at the this is the daily and weekly chart that we've been looking at for a while now, and you'll see that I thought this was what the projection was going to be. You'll notice here that you've got the range highs here, so the wick highs at this level here. You'll notice that forms the top of this triangle here, and we are trying to find some support there. I don't think the support's going to hold, in all honesty, but having said that, at the moment, you are getting a little bit of a bounce, and we are looking like we are certainly at least trying to hold that level there. If we do zoom in a little bit, you will notice that the daily yesterday did close below the range highs here. So yesterday did close below. We are getting a little bit of a bounce now, but I don't think that that's gonna hold, unfortunately. Which I say unfortunately, I think that the retest coming back down to the 21,500 mark down here is going to be very positive. And as you can see, when we look at this, guys, there's what I can see actually happening. Forget trading for a moment. What I can see is happening here is we are getting this type of scenario where we end up, we've got a nice rounded bottom here, we've come up, and we would likely get possibly something like this, and then we come up, then we break the neckline, come back down, and then have a have that stab higher from there. So sorry, let me draw that again for you. So yeah, so something like this where we get you get like this. We've already got this nice rounded bottom, we've come up, we've created, I think what's going to happen is we're going to come back down, and maybe retest and see something like that where you get, and then a retest, and then the break higher. So retest of the neckline here. So that's what I think is going to happen, guys, on the Bitcoin chart. Just looking at Ethereum. Ethereum's looking very strong. I thought we were going to get rejections from here. A lot of people did think we were going to get rejections from here, and we're going to sort of continue in this range for a bit longer. But got a very nice pump, probably based on the fact that we got the news about the Ethereum merge. We've got a confirmed date for that. Having said that, we did take a trade in the group, as you can see. So we did take a long position from here. So we did get a nice successful trade in the trading group from that breakout point. So this is a copy of my trading group here. You can also see. So that was the when I post the winning. You'll see from my trading group. I always link the previous chart. So if you click on the thumbnail above, it takes you to the original chart. You can see there that the original chart was posted on the 16th of July. So plenty of notice there. That was the point of the breakout, and that was the trade that we were going to be looking for on the 16th on Ethereum. And obviously then you can see that we got the success on the 20th. So 4 days ago, we actually got the success on the trade there following the breakout. So that's how the trading group works, guys. You get nice information. I do tend to to give you like a running commentary on the trades as well. So for example, if we look at the Bitcoin chart here today, this was an update that I posted earlier, which is basically what I've just said to you guys about watching for this as the neckline. Just some things to be aware of there. But as I say, if you click back, you can see the updates that I've given, just updates throughout the whole of the trade. and just keeping people in, in the loop of what I think is going to happen. So this was where we were looking at the video yesterday when the position was here, and obviously I've kept the guys, updated at each point in the trade there. So just so that everybody feels comfortable with the position that they're in, and if things change, I do try to keep the group updated as I see that happening. So that was the Bitcoin chart. So going back to the Ethereum here, this is looking like I was expecting that the rejection from somewhere inside this range. The fact that it didn't quite reach there inside this range here, and is now sort of consolidating here. There's a couple of things just to be aware of. You've got you have got like a trappy situation building here, so just watch out for that, guys. If people will think once we've broken this high here in the center there, once we've broken that high, that we're off to the races. We might get something like this where we get a stab up through the resistance, and then a sudden rejection, and then a sudden move back to the downside. If that happens incidentally, I think what we'll do is, if it comes up to there and then breaks down, I think we'll come down to this level here. So this dotted line at the around about the sort of 1390 mark, and then as you can see, we got some resistance there before. Took a little while to break through, so I think we'll probably find support, or at least a very possibly a bounce here at the very least if we do get continuation to the downside. But I do think that ultimately this support will hold if we do come all the way back down to this level here. So what with if we look at Bitcoin as well, going back to this chart when I was talking about coming back down to the lows of the range here, you'll also notice on this is a clean chart on the hourly here, and you'll notice that we have got, from this point here, we have got some bearish divergence on the hourly here. Okay, so you got hidden bearish divergence there, guys. So it does suggest that prices are going to come back down and not break through. But as I say, it's weekend, it's Sunday, it's low volume at the weekends. There's lots of manipulators out there that can just pump the trade, and I wouldn't be surprised if we do close back above the 200, on the weekly, back above the 200 weekly SMA. So if we look at that on this chart, 200 SMA, you can see 200 SMA, you can see the orange price in the corner there, 22,711. You can see that we are a little, just literally $100 below that price as we speak now. And if we do get the rejection from that 200 SMA, then I think we will likely see the lows of this range that we've been watching for a while, as I said previously. So somewhere down sort of between the sort of 20,500 and 20,700 mark, I think will be what we see. But that would create a really nice bottoming pattern again. So you get lows if that happens, and you get just draw that on for you. So if we do get that happen, you'll get lows, then higher lows here, and then obviously the breakout. So that the lows of this range, I think that if we look, you can see that there's an area of interest here. So if we do come back down, that's likely where we'll see the support here in that area there, which is made up of the the wick highs here, and you'll also see there is a pivot point there as well of indecision. So it would make sense that if prices do start to come back down, is that they do come back down, and you get that bounce from that level there. So you come back down, and then you get the bounce from that level, from that pivot point, which would create this series of lows and higher lows, and a lovely bottoming pattern. If we break back above the 200 SMA, then because the 200 SMA will be moving on, break above the 200 SMA, come back down, find support at the 200 SMA, then things really will start to hot up, I think, and we're going to have to, then we're going to really, see some nice action. And that would suggest, if we get back above the 200 SMA and hold it, that actually, we may have even seen the bottom. Certainly there's a number of sort of signs that signal that it may be that the bottom is already in at that 17,600, I think it was 17,585 on this chart. So around about the 17,600, we may look back in time and think that is the bottom. But the only caveat to all of that, guys, as I say, you'll notice, as I said in the video yesterday, is the S&P 500. Obviously, it's not trading over the weekend, and there's obviously some a number of news events this week happening. So we've got the the Fed rate hike and things on the 27th. So lots happening this week that can affect the market. And you'll also notice that the S&P chart, if I just pull that up very quickly. So yeah, this is just my warning shot yesterday that we're up against this resistance line here. This is a key resistance line now. The fact that we've broken down below it and now we're retesting it, we've filled the gap here. And now we're retesting the underside of that resistance. If we reject from there and start to come back down, as you can see, guys, that's going to be pretty bad for the traditional world, traditional markets, and for cryptocurrency. And make no mistake, that is an 11% move on the S&P, which will have a massive effect on the markets, both in traditional world and cryptocurrencies. So something to be aware of there, guys. I'm going to leave it there. Thanks ever so much for watching, for liking and subscribing, and I look forward to speaking to you next time. All the best, guys. Take care now.